Oh, you're up. Well, I'm off.
Dad has to go do something. He got a call, so he left.
Yeah, I'm worried too. We have a sneaking suspicion that something bad's happened.
When I looked, I saw 3 police cars zooming by.
You live by the police station, don't you? Did you hear anything?
Fuga from Persona Q?
I heard some yelling, but nothing more. A total disappointment.
Geez, you need to pay more attention to stuff like that. How else are we supposed to get the juicy stories?
Yes, the juicy murder! Oh, everyone in this town is crazy.
Hey, did you see it yesterday?
Of course not. What is that rumor for real?
I don't know, but it seems like a lot of people have seen it.
Yukiko said she'd be here after lunch. I wonder why they're holding a school assembly all of a sudden. Hey, what's wrong, Yosuke?
Oh, it's nothing.
Everyone, please settle down. The school assembly is about to begin. First, the principal has something to say.
I regret to say that I have a terrible announcement for all of you. One of our third-year students, Ms. Saki Konishi of Class 3, has passed away.
Passed away?
So, I've actually had one of these assemblies during my high school days, so I kind of know how they're feeling. In my case, it was a student who passed away from cancer, but it's always awful.
Ms. Konishi was found deceased early this morning. The reasons behind her passing are currently under investigation by the police. If they ask you for your cooperation, I urge you as students of this school to provide only the facts.
Good luck getting people to heed that advice in this town.
Here?
About that, right? I saw it too.
All right, please quiet down. I have been assured by the faculty that there's been no evidence that bullying was involved in the incident.
So our school's reputation is fine, and that's exactly our main priority right now.
So mind what you say, not only to the police, but to anyone who asks.
Found dead? How could this happen?
She died the same way as that announcer, right? It's so creepy.
Well, last time it was from an antenna, but this time she was hanging from a telephone pole. It's gotta be a serial murder case.
Someone said the cause of death was some unknown poison.
Unknown? Come on, this isn't some sci-fi drama.
No, it's not. It's an urban fantasy.
Oh, by the way, did you hear? Someone saw a girl that looked like Saki on that midnight channel thingy. They said she totally looked like she was in pain. Isn't that scary?
Yeah, but I doubt that's relevant to this at all.
Sounds like someone had a nightmare. The media's been broadcasting their interviews with her nonstop, so maybe they just had Saki on the brain.
Sheesh. It's easy to toss around theories if you're not personally involved.
Hey, did you guys check out the TV last night?
No, we were too sick.
Yosuke, not you too.
Just listen for a sec. Something kept bothering me, so I watched it again, and I think the girl on the screen was Saki-senpai. There's no mistaking it. Senpai looked like She was writhing in pain.
Now that I think about it, that's exactly what we saw the first night.
And then, she disappeared from the screen.
What?
You heard Senpai's body was found in a similar situation as that announcer's, right? Well, remember that guy you told us about? How he was all excited that his soulmate was the announcer? Maybe, just maybe, but Ms. Yamano might have been on that midnight channel before she died too.
What's that supposed to mean? Hold on. Are you saying...
We've got a show that broadcasts murder?
people who appear on that TV die?
And we were just inside a TV. We might have barely escaped with our lives.
I can't say for sure, but something tells me I just can't dismiss it as coincidence.
No, not after seeing all of those Hiragi posters in that room. Everything is just... That show is too suspicious right now.
Plus, remember what that bear thing said? How that place was dangerous and we should leave before the fog clears?
No, he actually didn't say that. This is a reference to a cut line of dialogue. This game has a lot of unused voice clips that are in both English and Japanese, but were cut from the final game. Most of them are from the prologue, and I can kind of understand why the prologue was trimmed down. It's already pretty wordy as it is, but this is one of the few plot holes that was introduced via those cut lines.
It also said that someone's been throwing people in there. And that room with the posters on the wall, it has to have something to do with the announcer's death. I mean, don't you think there's some kind of connection there? Couldn't that world in the TV have something to do with Senpai and the announcer's death? Well, what do you think?
It's all coming together, it seems.
So it's not just me, huh? If there is a connection, then it's a good bet that the two of them went inside that world.
Seems like this town's crazy enough to want to watch a show about people dying too.
That would explain the posters in that room. Which means, if we look around, we might find a place that has something to do with Senpai too.
Yosuke, don't tell me.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going in again. I want to find out for myself.
It's time for an unscripted on-air appearance.
Don't do this. You should just let the police handle this and...
You think we can rely on the police? They haven't made any progress on the announcer's case. Besides, even if we told them about the world inside the TV, there's no way they're gonna believe us. If I'm completely off base with this, that's fine. It's just... I need to know why Senpai had to die like this.
Yosuke...
I understand, but just don't get too hasty.
After what I've seen and what I've put together, there's no way I can ignore it now. Sorry, but you're the only person who can help me. I'm gonna go get ready. I'll be waiting for you at Junes.
I can kinda understand how he feels. But we can't be sure we'll be able to get out safely again. What should we do?
We need to go in there with a bit more of a plan this time.
You serious? Anyways, let's go to Junes. We can't leave Yosuke alone.
It's definitely recommended you do this, just saying. As you can probably tell, stuff's about to get real.
You guys came.
And when stuff gets real, you bring golf clubs and rope.
We came to stop you, idiot! Come on, you really shouldn't do this. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, if Yosuke's right, people have died in there.
I know, but we were able to come back once, right? If we go in from the same location, maybe we'll meet that bear again.
Maybe isn't good enough.
And that bear didn't really want us in there to begin with. Who's to say he won't shove us out immediately?
Look, I can't just act like everyone else and pretend this has nothing to do with me.
That's true, but
What about you? Could you just walk away?
Important dialogue choice. Here, you need to say you're worried about Chie. Which increases your understanding.
Yeah, it'll be just you and me.
Not really sure why she isn't as qualified to go in there as the two of them. Right now, all of you have no combat experience or anything like that.
Don't worry, I'm not going in without a plan. Chie, I'm leaving you in charge of this.
Huh? What's that? A rope?
We'll go in with this tied to me. So I want you to hold on to this and wait here.
That's not a long enough rope for that, I don't think. It was a pretty big drop and it's a pretty big world.
What? Then this is a lifeline? Come on, wait a sec.
We also need to come up with some kind of cover story in case somebody walked into this electronics department while you're holding a rope that's plugged into a TV.
Here, this is for you.
Ah yes, Yu Narukami is a professional golfer in his spare time. He'll make good use of this.
I thought it might be better than going in empty-handed. Alright, let's go. There's no use wasting any more time.
This means Yosuke is going in without any weapons though.
Chie, whatever you do, don't let go of the rope.
Hey! I said wait! See? I knew this wasn't gonna work. Now what?
We improvise. It's all we can do at this point. You should really move your wallet if you landed on it twice.
Is this... Look, this is the same place as last time. So they are connected from place to place.
You guys, why'd you come back? I get it. You're the ones behind this.
You're that thing from last time. Wait, what the hell did you just say?
Lately, I can tell someone's been throwing people in here.
Like I said last time, we fell accidentally.
It's making this world more and more messed up. This is the second time you guys came here, and I don't think anyone forced you in. That means you're the most suspicious.
Actually we're here because we're trying to help.
You guys must be the ones throwing the people in here.
Okay, I mentioned the unused lines earlier. Yosuke has a great unused line here.
Rar my ass.
Instead, it was replaced by a protagonist dialogue choice.
What are you talking about, throwing people in? If someone was thrown in here and they couldn't get out, they might die. Who would do such a... Wait a sec. All this talk about someone throwing people in here, does he mean Senpai and the announcer? Did that someone throw those two in here? Hey, what do you think?
I think this thing probably doesn't understand what the word senpai means, but you do have a point.
Yeah, I agree. Let's assume he's telling the truth. Could it be that someone's throwing people in here, intending to kill them?
And then it's filmed live on air and showed at midnight?
If that's the case...
What are you guys mumbling about? Why'd you come here anyways?
How do you fit into all this? Are you the show's cute cartoon mascot who loves showing gruesome... This was before that franchise existed, actually.
It's a one-way door. You can't get out once you're in. Remember how I had to let you guys out?
Yeah, whatever. We don't need your help this time. See? This time we have a lifeline. What?
Yeah, that plan was gonna fall through immediately.
Hey! You better let us out once we're done investigating here.
Our lives are now in this bear's paws.
I'm the one who wants to investigate.
So let's try not to make him angry.
I've lived here for a long time, but it's never been noisy like this till now.
Define long time, please.
Do you have proof? Prove to me you're not throwing people in here.
We don't really have any.
See? So it is you guys.
But no proof doesn't automatically mean we're guilty. This isn't Ace Attorney.
For the last time, it's not us, so we've got nothing to prove to you. Hey, you better answer our questions. This isn't like last time when we came by accident. We're dead serious. Listen up, because people have died in our world. Every time the fog appears, a dead body shows up with it. It has to be related to this place somehow. If you know something, tell us.
A dead body? Whenever the fog appears? I know that if it's foggy on your side, the fog lifts here. It's really dangerous when the fog lifts. That's when the shadows get violent.
So, yeah, he's telling us this for the first time now, but he said it earlier in an early version of the script.
Ah, I get it.
Also, what the heck are shadows? Can we turn them off in the options and instantly win the game?
Huh? If you get it, then explain it to us, damn it. If it's foggy on our side, it isn't in here, shadows get violent?
That's why I said to hurry back. It's dangerous when that happens. Okay, no more questions. I know you guys did it. You better stop right now.
I've told you and told you we're not the ones doing it. I've about had it with you. Why the hell won't you listen to what we're saying?
I'm just saying, you might be the culprits.
Okay, backpedaling down to might be rather than must be. That's a good start.
I'm just making sure.
What? Man, this bear's driving me nuts.
Wow, yeah, you're gonna get used to that.
What is this place anyways? It looks like a TV studio. Is something being filmed here? Hey, don't tell me. Is that weird show being filmed here?
Weird show? Filmed? What does that mean?
I suppose cartoon mascots have no real cognition of the fact that they're in a TV show.
I'm asking if someone's been filming the people that get thrown in here.
I don't get it. This world has always been like this. No one has ever done that filming thing here. Only me and Shadows are here. I told you before.
Yeah, what are shadows?
Look, we don't know what these shadow things are, or what you are either for that matter. You keep telling us to prove our innocence, but you're the most suspicious thing here. Maybe you're the real culprit.
He's the culprit, grab him!
What's with that stupid costume? I'd say it's time you showed your face. Whoa! What the hell are you?
Yosuke, you really shouldn't be surprised at this point.
It's empty inside.
Just like the TV. I like how he has to fumble for his head before picking it up.
Me? The culprit? I wouldn't do such a thing. I just live here. I just want to live here peacefully. Okay, I'll believe that you guys aren't the culprits. But I want you to find the real guy who did all this. You have to stop him. Promise me. Or else... I'm not gonna let you guys out of here.
You little...
This can't keep going on. My home here will be a complete mess. And then I...
What are you crying for all of a sudden? Jeez, this thing's really weirding me out. Hey, what should we do?
It's our only way out of here.
It seems you will encounter a misfortune at your destination, and a great mystery will be imposed upon you.
Not only that, we would be technically entering into a contract with this bear if we agreed.
You're the only ones I can ask. Will you promise me? Thank you!
Our destiny is to be amateur sleuths.
Damn bear. Practically holding a gun to our heads. But it's true that we came here to figure things out. So far, we're completely in the dark. Look for the culprit, huh? Bring it on. You got my word, too. Might as well introduce ourselves. I'm Yosuke Hanamura, and this is my buddy. You got a name?
Teddie.
Kuma in Japanese, which is just bear. Also, Teddie was voiced by Dave Wittenberg, not Sam Riegel in the PS2 version, but there isn't much of a difference between the two performances. Also, Sam Riegel's amazing, so I'm not complaining about the voice replacement.
Figures. But how are we supposed to find the culprit in the first place?
Wonder if they're still in here.
I don't know.
Maybe we need to look for who's behind the cameras?
But I know where the last person came in.
That's a good start.
Last person? You mean Saki-senpai?
I mean the person who came in and disappeared last time. I don't know the name. Well, I'll take you there. You might find clues.
So, let's go to a crime scene.
One thing first. You two should put these on.
What are these glasses for? Whoa! The difference is like night and day. With these on, it's like the fog doesn't exist.
If I wasn't a terrible singer, I'd be singing At Last I See the Light from Tangled here.
They'll help you walk through the fog. Well, I've been here for a long time, so you can rely on me.
No glasses necessary for you, I guess.
But I can only show you where the place is. You guys will have to defend yourselves.
Well, that looks like a job for you, Narukami, ace golfer.
What happened to relying on you? There better not be any monsters, you understand? We brought weapons, but, I mean, they're more for show. We just got here. If it's so dangerous, why don't you do something instead of relying on us?
No way. I've got no muscles. Oh, I'll give you guys moral support from a safe distance.
Great, an annoying cartoon mascot giving us moral support. Just what we needed.
How's that sound? No!
Yeah, he really is as useless as he says he is. Especially since all three of those options result in this exact outcome.
Is this thing for real? This is so lame. We swore to find the culprit, and this is all the backup we get?
Well, we have golf clubs, though.
Oh, yeah. Can I ask you something? Who's this Saki-senpai person? Someone you know?
That doesn't matter right now.
That's what we call a touch nerve.
Anyways, at least now we know Senpai might have been thrown in here. Maybe we can find more information, too. Let's get moving.
Wait!
What is this place? It looks just like the shopping district. What's going on here?
Some weird places have appeared here recently. Things are getting so tangled, I don't know what to do.
Someone's making these sets, I guess?
By the way, why are you standing so far from us?
Duh, it's probably because he doesn't want to get pushed over again.
You better not be planning to hightail it if something does come up.
Of course not. I mean, I can't stand too close, you know? I get in your way.
Man, they really went all out on this.
This show's got a pretty big budget, I guess.
But out of all the places in town, why'd they replicate this one?
How should I know? This is reality for the one who's here.
Okay, that made exactly no sense.
As usual, nothing you say makes any sense. But if this is our shopping district, we're not far from Saki-senpai's. I knew it! This is the liquor store that Senpai's parents run.
And this looks like exactly what we saw on the Midnight Channel the first night we tried it.
Does this mean Senpai disappeared here?
In fact, if the Midnight Channel's to be believed, right here is the scene of her death. Right in front of those vending machines.
What could have happened?
Wait a second! They're here!
What?
Shadows! I had a feeling they were going to attack.
Huh?
Open thine eyes and call forth what is within.
It is finally fight time. Let's go.
Stay calm and listen. Some shadows have weaknesses. If you can pinpoint that weakness and take advantage of it, the battle will be a lot easier. I can tell this one has a weakness too. Try stuff out and see what works.
So, this is the core of our gameplay here. When you use an attack the enemy is weak against, it will be knocked down. And enemies take a little bit more damage from their weakness. And every time you knock down an enemy, you get a 1 more. Note that the 1 more is tied to the knockdown and not to the weakness hit. So getting a weakness hit on an enemy that's already down will not give you a 1 more. But all the mechanics that apply to you also apply to the enemies. Keeping your own weakness in mind, if you go to your persona menu and press the square button, we can check out our persona, Izanagi. Izanagi is weak to wind and strong against electricity and immune to darkness, which is pretty effective. We can also look at our skills. We've got one that deals light elect damage to one foe. It's really the only elemental skill we have, so let's try it out against these enemies. The Slipping Hableri. And you might recognize these skills.
I'll keep track of what attacks have what effects on enemies.
We actually had Izanagi all along, we just didn't know what he was until now. So, Analysis is, in my opinion, the one aspect of Persona 4's battle system that's a downgrade from Persona 3. In Persona 3, you could request a scan from your navigator which would go through in a few turns and reveal all the enemy's affinities. In Persona 4, scanning is completely trial and error.
It's weak to electricity! Go for it!
And I do find that kind of annoying, but we have to work with it. So getting a 1 more gives you 1 more turn. So let's hit this thing's weakness. It's the same type of enemy, so it's weak to the same element. So enemies that are knocked down take slightly more damage and cannot dodge. That does apply to you too if you're knocked down, and I'm pretty sure we won't need to go for a Yeah, you'll notice that did 16 damage and not 19. I love this victory theme so much. It's one of my favorite victory themes in all RPGs.
Congratulations, Sensei!
So, Yu Narukami has leveled up and got an increase to his HP and SP, or spirit points. And can also create personas up to level 2. We'll find out what that means later. And yay, effortless trophy. Get to keep that card.
Whoa, what was that?
Well, I kind of just summoned the manifestation of my own psyche and beat the crap out of those manifestations of the, collective repressed thoughts of humanity.
Did I hear you say persona? What was it? I mean, what did you do?
We didn't really do anything, we just kind of had that power.
Hey, you think I can do it too?
Try it. Yell persona dramatically. And see if that works.
Calm down, Yosuke. You're troubling Sensei.
Sensei?
Sensei is Japanese for teacher.
Gosh almighty, you're amazing, Sensei. I am one impressed bear.
But the main reason Teddie calls the protagonist that is so they can have something to call him that's voice acted.
I can't believe you were hiding such an amazing power. No wonder the shadows were scared of you.
Scared?
Are you the one who's able to bring people into this world?
Okay, again, everything you're saying is making exactly 0 sense. Please slow down.
That's what I thought. This is really something.
Yeah, we can actually bring other people in here, but wait a minute. That means we could potentially be the culprit.
Don't you think so, Yosuke?
Dude, you call him Sensei and then don't show me any respect?
Sorry.
It's just that your name is Yosuke. I'm obliged not to treat you with respect. And when Teddie is not treating you with respect, you know you have problems.
Well, your support wasn't bad, though. I gotta give you some credit for that.
Huh? Really?
Alright. You two keep it up and I think we'll be fine from here on out.
You just stay to the sidelines.
Now let's get back to the investigation. Man, I wonder what could have happened to Senpai here.
I wish Jeunesse would go under.
It's all because of that store.
What the?
I heard that Konishi-san's daughter is working there.
Oh my, how could she with her family's business suffering like it is?
Hi there, gossipy Vexalia.
I heard their sales have gone downhill because of Jeunesse.
Stop it.
That poor father, to have his own daughter working for the enemy.
What a troublesome child.
Hey, Ted. You said that this place is reality for those that are here, right? So, does that mean this was Senpai's reality when she wandered in here?
I only know about what's over here.
Fine.
She had it tougher than we realized.
Whatever's going on here, we'll find out ourselves.
Time to uncover some of the truth about what was really going on in this town behind the scenes.
Damn it, not again.
Saki, how many times do I have to tell you?
Is this Senpai's dad?
You know what the neighbors say about you, right? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? You're the eldest daughter of a family who's owned this store for generations. Is it the money? Or did you meet some guy there? Just tell me why you have to work there of all places.
I can't believe this. She seemed like she had fun at work. She never said anything like this to me.
Everyone hides their painful experiences.
You're telling me this was how Senpai really saw things? These photos. Hey, is this... It's the photo we took the other day with the other part-timers at Jeunesse. Why is it cut up like this?
I never had the chance to say it.
Is that Senpai's voice?
I always wanted to tell Hana-chan.
Huh? Me?
That he was a real pain in the ass. I was nice to him just because he was the store manager's son. That's all. But he takes it completely the wrong way and gets all enthusiastic. What a dick.
Pain in the ass?
Who cares about Juness anyway? Because of that store, our business is ruined. My parents hate me. The neighbors talk behind my back. I wish everything would just disappear.
It's a lie. This can't be. Senpai's not like that. It's so sad. I feel so sorry for myself. Boo-hoo.
Yosuke, when did you get that creepy voice filter?
Actually, I'm the one who thinks everything's a pain in the ass.
Huh? 2 Yosuke's?
Who are you? I wouldn't think that. Yeah, right. How long are you going to keep deluding yourself? Screw the shopping district, and Juness too. You're sick of everything, especially living out in the sticks. What are you saying? That's not true. You put on a good show of being carefree and happy-go-lucky because you're so terrified of being alone. The more the merrier, right? You've got to be surrounded by people to block out the pain of isolation. And what's this about checking out this world for Saki-senpai's sake? Ha! I know the real reason you came snooping. Stop it! Why so panicked? I thought I was just spouting bullshit. Or maybe I do know everything you're thinking. Why's that? Because I am you. You just came because you thought it sounded like a good time. What else is there to do out in this shithole? A world inside the TV. Now that's exciting. You didn't have a single other reason for coming here, did you? That's not true. Stop! Stop it! You're just trying to act like a big shot. If all went well, hey, maybe you could even be a hero! And that senpai you were so sweet on? Her death was the perfect excuse.
You did not just go there.
That's not true! What are you? Who are you? I already told you. I'm you. Your shadow. There's nothing I don't know about you. Screw that! I don't know you! You can't be me, you son of a bitch! That's right! Say it again! You're not me! You're nothing like me! Yeah, that's right. I am me now. I'm not you anymore, see?
This is what happens to people when they enter the TV world. And now it's time for aggressive therapy.
I am a shadow, the true self. I'll crush everything that bores me. Starting with you. Out of the way!
Wait a minute, were we weak to wind? Yep, we were.
How long can you survive this?
Okay, good. Go ahead. Waste your turn laughing maniacally.
This one's much stronger than the last type. Be careful!
Yep, this is our first boss fight.
Whenever you feel threatened, just defend yourself.
And, well, it's typical Yosuke that the manifestation of his own inner fears and insecurities is a glorified tutorial. Poor Yosuke. So this feature is actually new to Persona 4. Instead of passing your turn doing nothing, you can defend. And not only do you take less damage, but you lose your weakness, and you're immune to status ailments while guarding. And a lot of enemies in this game, especially bosses, have tells for their strongest attacks, especially Shadow Yosuke, so we're gonna have to make use of that. Now, on hard mode, you are actually quite capable of dying in this fight if you're not careful, so we might have to run into our stock of medicine a little bit here.
This one's tough! Hang in there!
Representing the Reverse Magician Arcana, it's Shadow Yosuke. So, let's try out our one elemental attack against him. Well, we got the cut in, that means it's weak to it. Now we have a one more that we can use for an additional attack, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Don't want to cleave here, because we definitely need our HP. It'd be embarrassing to lose the tutorial fight after all. Okay, basic attack. Let's go for Zio again. This time, just to be safe, I'm going to use a medicine to heal with my one more. One mores aren't just for pressing the offense.
Don't underestimate me. It's guarding its weak point.
So enemies can guard too, or rather Shadow Yosuke is one of the only enemies that actually does, but it's to teach you about the mechanic. While guarding, he is no longer weak to electricity, but this is also our cue to guard. Because guarding is his tell for using his wind attack, and we weren't knocked down, thanks to our guard. So let's keep up the pressure on him. You could use Rakukaja to buff your defense here if you wanted to, but we don't really need it at this point. Power Charge multiplies the damage of the next physical attack by 2.5 times. Obviously, you want to guard when you see that. And let's continue to keep up the pressure. Counting his attacks, follow up with our own, basically how this battle system works. So, the Reverse Magician Arcana represents untapped potential, most notably. The feeling that you have a goal in life, but you're not making any meaningful progress towards that goal, and the feeling that your talents are being wasted. As we can see here, Shadow Yosuke really doesn't like being underestimated or looked down on. And he seems to resent the people in his life who do that. And as we saw, Shadow Yosuke is a reflection of the real Yosuke's inner thoughts. The things that he deep down feels, but is ashamed that he does feel. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to heal soon. You don't want to use too many of your resources here, because his strongest attacks are obviously telegraphed. I think I can afford to go for one more set of attacks here. And I do want to keep at least some medicines for later. Okay, guarding.
Here comes an attack!
You're getting to be a real pain. Alright, I'm gonna crush you with everything I got! Out of the way!
Real impressive there. His attacks actually do fit his symbolism because he talks big, but his attacks are very easily countered and easily rendered useless. Maybe something Yosuke also feels about himself.
That's not gonna work!
I mean, we could tell earlier that,
It's going to attack! Defend yourself!
Yosuke... Oh, I'm out of SP for that. I was gonna knock you down and then use my one more to guard, but nope, I'm just gonna go straight for a guard. We could heal our SP with an item, but I'm just gonna go for straight damage here.
It's going to attack!
Yes, we know, Teddie.
Get out of my way!
Teddie does have a tendency to state the obvious, as you can probably tell. Okay. You should be almost finished. Oh boy, I think one more hit is gonna do it, but just to save myself the potential embarrassment of dying in the tutorial, I'm gonna heal. If this attack does do it, I'm gonna be a bit annoyed. Of course it did. Well, I wasted a medicine. But Yosuke's shadow has been defeated. Or has it?
Congratulations, Sensei!
At least we've leveled up out of the deal. And we aren't the only one. Our inner self, Izanagi, has also leveled up.